horror movies, mutilation, decapitation, torture. Does that sound entertaining? More blood than a blood bank. Have we got your attention?
All right, welcome back, extraterrestrials, to the X-Files franchise breakdown. In this week's episode, we're doing The Jersey Devil, Season 1, Episode 5. In this one, Mulder and Scully head to Jersey to track down the legendary Jersey Devil that has been roaming the woods for 40 years. So, that's the plot line, and that is exactly what doesn't happen.
Yeah. I fucked it up. And it wasn't even a text, it was a stupid email. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I wish this was live. It would have been funny. 40 years.
So yeah, they head to New Jersey to try to find this Jersey Devil, which obviously excites Mulder. It tickles his dick, and he's excited to go. You quickly learn that they're not looking for the Jersey Devil. This title of this episode is super misleading. Usually the titles are very on point with what's happening. This one is not.
Right.
They end up looking for essentially a caveman and cavewoman.
Yeah.
So that's the basic rundown of this episode. Jerry, did you love this episode this week?
No, this is I mean, I like all X-Files episodes, but this, in the X-Files universe, doesn't register. I don't even know. Would you call this a Monster of the Week?
No, I didn't think it was supposed to be a Monster of the Week, because that would be like 6 Monsters of the Week by episode 5.
Yeah. I couldn't wrap my... I mean, okay, there was a guy, he died in Jersey. It kind of reminds Mulder of an X-File case of the Jersey Devil.
Right.
I like that. I enjoy... Okay, so we're going to piece together the puzzle and stuff instead of like someone going to the FBI and be like, there's a Jersey Devil out there. I like that part of the episode, but it just was flat. It felt like the writing wasn't there, as normal. The one thing also I really liked about the episode is the idea of that, here, let's give you all the pieces to the puzzle, and you put the puzzle together, but instead of a Jersey Devil, it's a caveman or a wild man or whatever you want to call him. I do like that episode where Mulder's like, caveman. I mean, he's like Jersey Devil, Jersey Devil, Jersey Devil, and it's like, no, it's just a crazy homeless guy who's like a caveman and stuff. I don't know. They weren't cavemen, That would have been weird, like a thawed out caveman, but
That's what it was.
You think it was a thawed out caveman?
It's legitimately like... I have this X-Files book. I don't know.
Product placement.
It has all the monsters of the week, but this one, like, it literally says that this person is
a thawed out caveman.
Yeah, it's like it says that the person is super, like, they're not
human. They're Neanderthal and
right.
origin.
Yeah, essentially.
Or Neanderthal or whatever.
I think it's Neanderthal actually, but if you know which word it is, let us know.
Yeah, correct us.
We love being corrected.
Yeah,
but that's why they bring the professor in on it, because it's not just a wild person that never was civilized.
Okay.
It's some enigma that has lasted this long through generations in these woods, never being discovered. And So yeah, I think. Okay, so in this book they redact stuff, and it's really annoying because I know there's nothing there. They're just filling the page, but I feel like that's where all the information I want is, because this is an original transcript of the audio autopsy, so that would be where it was.
Yeah. But, you know, I do like that idea. We're going to look for Jersey Devil. We find Caveman. I like, especially because of our last episode where we're out looking for aliens, but we find meth head bikers. Like I said.
And aliens.
Meth head bikers. That the reason I was thinking about this, the reason that the top of that van was charred,
Because they're meth?
yeah, meth explosion.
But it would
Everybody
burn,
saw Breaking Bad.
it would have burned the entire tree.
Yeah, I know. I'm just fucking with you.
But yeah, so okay, so in this episode we get introduced to two characters that we never see again. You get a sheriff of the town who I fucking hated him. And I hated him because he was a good actor. He portrayed that asshole sheriff perfectly. And then you get a professor that from some university that Dana used to attend, that he does this as a living, anthropology or some sort of like ancient human studies.
Scientist.
Sure,
He's
yeah.
a scientist.
He and then they start consulting with him on the origins and his like hypothesis as to what this might be, and eventually he tags along for the ride to try and figure out what this is.
Yeah. Which is cool too, because Mulder talks about what if something was higher than us on the food chain.
Right.
That, you know, he's doing good detective work. Okay, if it's not the Jersey Devil, what are these people dying from? They're obviously not being murdered,
Right.
like murdered. They are getting eaten, you know.
Yeah.
And they talk about cannibalism only happens out there in the South Pacific, and, you know. But we're here in Jersey, you know, and I like that.
Yeah, it definitely shows you that they investigate well. They do their jobs well. The bigger thing to me is, again, there's a little bit of a side plot with Dana. She heads back to DC from Jersey when basically the sheriff says, we don't want your help, fuck off. She's like, heard. And she leaves back to DC and she goes to her godson's birthday party.
No.
And Mulder obviously stays and gets in trouble like he always does. But we start to see a side story with her and her trying to have a life outside of the Bureau, essentially. She ends up meeting a guy. They have a date where she still takes a phone call from Mulder. And then she ultimately is offered another date, kind of. He wants to take her to the circus with his kid. And we see her choose Mulder and the FBI over this guy.
Yeah, her own personal love.
Right. And I get the feeling she chose Mulder over this guy.
Yeah.
Like, and you even hear her at the birthday party scene where, well, what about that guy? He said he was cute.
Yeah.
So I think that she realized Mulder's the guy for her, and because we never see her on another date, we never see her.
I don't.
I can't say that with 100% confidence, but I don't believe so.
Yeah, we are slowly but surely webbing the relationship story. Whereas last week's episode dealt a lot with Mulder's sister.
Right.
Now we're going to start dealing with the the slow relationship of Mulder and Scully.
Right.
Not set in concrete, but there's something there.
Yeah.
You know.
And another. Oh.
No, I was gonna say, is it, just he's my partner and we are professional and I am dedicated to my work and my partner, or is it, but he's cute too. We don't know these things yet. So
Okay. And once again, this show was always groundbreaking with gender roles and the idea that a woman does this and a man does this. They make a little mention to it when they're walking into a building. Scully opens this door and Mulder says, 8 million years out of Africa. And she says, look who's holding the door.
Yeah.
I thought that was a great little thing that they did there. But this episode is a little bit harder to talk about. You know who else I did really like, which I was weary of him and I wasn't sure of him, was the park ranger.
Yeah.
Because he was kind of like, when they first get out there, Mulder and the park ranger first get out there to look around, he kind of seems like he might shoot Mulder in the back of the head. He gave me that feeling like, this guy's not to be trusted. Mm-hmm. But the more and more you see, he's just like, I'm down for doing whatever we need to. Like, yeah, I'll get my dart gun. We'll go look for him in the warehouse. Like, I could lose my pension, but also I'm going to see this out, So yeah. I thought that guy was pretty cool. I enjoyed him.
They didn't, there's good cop, there's a bad cop, basically.
Yeah.
Park ranger's a good cop. Mm-hmm. The sheriff or main detective in that town is the bad cop.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, procedure
right
that you would do as a police officer, and I don't think they would just shoot the cave lady in the back just because he says the line, you put down rabid animals. This woman wasn't rabid.
Well, she did eat people. So there is that.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess at that point that's enough aggression to put it down. Obviously, if I would have seen the ranger with the dart gun and seen the dart in the ass or shoulder or wherever he shot her, I'd be like, oh, hold on, let's see if that takes effect first, and then maybe we can keep it for studies and whatever else we need. But
another thing I really like about this episode too is they're still filming in British Columbia, and you can tell that. And my brain just kept going, this doesn't look like New Jersey. I've seen wooded areas in New Jersey, and it doesn't look like Jersey either. So you have to turn your brain off to this is Jersey. This is not British Columbia.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I definitely enjoy those moments because you'll see that a lot. I think at one time they used that type of, it's cold rainforest, I think they call them in British Columbia. But they use it for jungle. And it's just like, there are no fern trees in the jungle. There might be.
All right. Yeah. This episode's kind of hard to talk about because though it's a good episode, there's not a lot to it.
No.
The mystery is gone pretty quickly as far as if it's the Jersey Devil or not. And I don't think they ever actually ended up tackling the Jersey Devil.
No.
But also the name is misleading and there's just not a lot to it. The illusion's gone quickly and then it's just basic detective work. Mm-hmm. There's not a lot of mystery. There's not a lot of elements that make the episode so good.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give this one Steven Seagal.
We don't grade.
Oh, that's right.
X-Files episodes. It's like a B or an A episode. This is a B episode. It's just like, you can watch it or you can skip it. It doesn't take you away from the X-Files experience, but it is clever on the nameplay.
Yeah.
Hey, we need to do something in Jersey Devil.
Yeah.
So,
But So that's our episode on.
Jersey Devil.
Yeah, that's our episode on Jersey Devil, and hopefully we'll be back next week with a more interesting episode that we can get a little bit further into. And like, subscribe, share, and if you love this episode, feel free to tell us why it's amazing and we're wrong. Again, we're not hating the episode, we're just saying there's not a lot to talk about with this one. So, yeah.
Yep. All right.
See you next week.